You're a nobody. That's what my daughter said in front of her friends. My birthday cake sat untouched. 10 candles, one for every year I raised her, flickered like they were too ashamed to shine. You fix toilets. You think that makes you a man? She scoffed, her voice sharp, rehearsed. Mom's new boyfriend owns 3 restaurants. Laughter, not just hers. My wife's too. Well, it's time you know the truth, she added, wine sloshing in her glass like it couldn't wait to be spilled. You were always just temporary. Didn't flinch, didn't ask why, didn't beg. Just stood, walked to our bedroom, packed a single duffel bag. 30 minutes later, I was on the highway. The phone started buzzing at mile 10. 29 missed calls and I hadn't even started. I met Claire when I was 23. She was the dreamer. I was the fixer. That's how we worked. I built the life she imagined. He laid tile while she decorated kitchens we barely afforded. I skipped nights out, worked double shifts, and fixed other people's toilets to keep our lights on. When Ava was born, I held her before the nurses even cleaned her off. My hands were calloused, but I held her like glass. I thought love meant providing. I didn't know they'd measure me by my silence, my absence, my unglamorous hands. At first, Claire was proud of me, called me her man. Somewhere along the way, she stopped saying our future, started saying my needs. Late nights became frequent. Restaurant receipts she forgot to throw away. Ava started mimicking her mother's size. That's how I knew. Betrayal doesn't always scream. Sometimes it just echoes. The clues weren't dramatic. A second phone hidden in her purse. I found it when I was looking for allergy meds. Messages from Cologne. Reservations for 2 pictures. His arm. Her dress. Their smiles. I didn't confront her. That's not who I am. I watched, waited, memorized. She thought I was dumb because I didn't speak much. But silence is sharper than a scream. It listens. It remembers. And Ava, she was slipping too. Daddy became David. Eye rolls replaced hugs. She mimicked the man she'd never met and spat on the one who raised her. I didn't cry. Didn't break. I just decided if I was temporary, then I'd leave a permanent mark. I moved in with my brother 2 towns over. Used the distance to breathe, but not to forget. Revenge is like plumbing. It's all about pressure and timing. First, I collid in favors. I fixed pipes for judges, cops, business owners. People owe you when their lives flood at 2 a.m., I asked quietly. No questions, just yeses. Next, I traced Colin. 3 restaurants, all under Claire's name for tax purposes. Interesting. Found out he had prior minor fraud, gambling debts. He was smart but not clean. Claire didn't know. I did. Then came the recordings. I had installed cameras before home security, but this time I planted them differently. Hidden in a smoke detector, a vent, a light bulb. Watched them in me old house, in my bed. Heard them talk about how dumb I was about bank accounts, retirement funds, liquidation. They were planning to drain me dry. Already started. Claire forged my signature on a joint account form, moved half, didn't even hide it. Well, that's when I smiled. Step 1, bank fraud. I reported the forged signature with proof. Froze the account. Reported every transfer. Filed police reports. Froze she'd set in motion. Every penny locked down. Step 2. The arse. Sent an anonymous tip. 3 restaurants. Income undeclared. Under her name. Auditors love that sort of thing, especially when the files are neatly packaged and color-coded, which I provided. Step 3. Ava's trust fund, the one I set up when she was born. She didn't know I'd set it to unlock at 25 only if certain conditions were met. I rewrote the conditions. She'd have to prove independence, no handouts, no parental co-signers, no gifts, just herself. Let's see how fair entitlement goes when it has to walk. Step 4. The video. I had one clip, just one. Claire and Cologne talking about ruining the idiot. I uploaded it unlisted and sent it to Claire's employer. a respected design firm with values. Her job disappeared in 2 days, the final nail, the dinner. I asked to meet, acting broken. Told them I'd sign anything if we had one last meal as adults. They agreed. We sat at Colin's fancy restaurant. Claire wore a red dress. She always wore red when she thought she'd won. I slid an envelope across the table. Inside, copies of everything. Account statements, IRS letters, video stills. Colin piled. Claire's hands shook. I leaned in, calm, cold. "You were right," I said. "I fix things, including you." Colin tried to talk. Claire reached for my hand. I pulled back, stood up, tipped the waiter. "You'll want to check your kitchen staff, Colin. One of them's wearing a wire. Say hi to the health department." I walked out. Their voices didn't follow, only thessalence. My silence, the kind that buries. They tried to erase me, rewrite the story without the man who built it. But I don't vanish, I rebuild. Ava called, eventually, left. A message, apologies, regret, maybe real, maybe not. I didn't call back. Betrayal is an art, but so is revenge, and I don't fix toilettes anymore. I fix legacies, permanent.